Steve opens up cheap Chinese gear. Does it suck? No one knows. Well, he knows.
Hey there, Rednecks, Preppies, Redneck Preppies. It's me, the Redneck Preppy. How you doing? Great, good. So we're back for our second volume of Wish.com cheap Chinese outdoor gear reviews, and today we got ourselves a fish hook tire. Now you're probably asking yourself, why on God's earth would somebody be lazy enough to actually need an electric fish hook tire? And I'm glad you asked, because you're probably not middle-aged, so I'll explain it to you. When you hit your late 40s and early 50s, magical things start to happen with your body. You can't see very close up anymore. Your fingers, if they're not the sausage fingers I already have, they tend to get a little arthritic, a little sore, and tying fish hooks suddenly is not as easy as it used to be. So a little aid occasionally isn't a bad thing. Now the market is full of fish hook tires, both manual and electric. I decided to go with electric today because I figured, well, why not? I mean, anyone can use a manual fish hook tire. How about a magical Chinese electric fish hook tire? And that's what we got today. This beauty right here. Ooh, I can already sense that this is going to be a cluster bleep. We're going to test this out. We're going to find out, can you actually tie fish hooks with this? What sizes of fish hooks? Because I have a feeling this thing is going to be limited. And ultimately, whether this actually works and whether it's actually beneficial to people who maybe don't have the manual dexterity and the ocular ability to tie fish hooks as easily as they once could. Now, before we get to that, we're going to actually look at the ad which prompted this purchase in the first place. And here we are with the automatic fish hook tire. As you can see, the one in the picture is black. Mine is green because, I don't know, tactical. And it is known under the fancy title of Electric Automatic Fish Hook Tire, Machine Fishing Accessories, Tie Fast Fishing Hooks, Line Tying Device Equipment, Pesca Tool. It rolls off the tongue. And it came in at the glorious price of $14.25. In the next page here, we see the usual sea of text which you get with these things. It is helpfully designed for the human body. It meets the characteristics of our hand grip, improved the practicality and safety, making it convenient and comfortable to use. 30 seconds tied a hook. No longer ask for help, no longer hurt your hand, no longer time consuming. Although 30 seconds I think probably is time consuming for tying a fish hook. Let's see, what else do we have here? Suitable hook sizes. They're in a size that I'm generally not really familiar with. Like, the 4/0, yeah, but these are EU hook sizes. And given that I live in North America, I haven't the foggiest idea what the hell those are. And it takes 2 7-cell batteries. For the rest of us, that is known as a AAA battery. So 2 AAA batteries. And here you go. This is what it looks like close up. Okay, let's unbox this thing. Well, technically, I guess this isn't an unboxing because it came in this mailer-style envelope. And as you can see, by Super Economy. And it is, in fact, an electric tie hook. So they didn't lie. Or did they? Let's find out. Anyway, the contents of this thing are Spartan as you might believe. There you go. This is what's in the package. That is correct. There are no instructions whatsoever. It operates on 2 batteries. You don't even get batteries, so you're out of luck there. At any rate, no instructions. You're probably wondering, well, how the hell are we going to learn how to use this thing? Well, I'm glad you asked, because the Wish.com ad helpfully tells us if you want to learn how to actually use this thing, just go onto YouTube and look for videos. So let's go and look at the most official video that there is on how to actually use this. What the hell was that? You didn't learn anything from that video. It was 15 seconds of, here's this thing. Okay, let me go and look at other videos. I'll be right back. All right, let me see if I can do this through the camera. Now, I don't know if you can see this on the camera here, but this is the hook vise or grip, whatever you want to call it. And there's a little yellow thing right here. When you put the hook in, it has to be on top of that and then push down on it. A lot of people, none of the videos seem to actually show that part. So let's see if we can actually illustrate it here. All right, I'm trying to do this through the camera. Okay, as you can see, yeah, I got it down and boom. Oh wow, I actually managed to do that. So there you go. That's the hook is now engaged in that little vise thing. Now you take your line, and this is going to be your tag end here. You loop it through this opening here. All right, and then this part here is the catch or the keep for the tag end. Okay. Whoops, sorry, hit the camera. Now you take the other end, and you see this part here. You just kind of make sure it gets caught in that thing, and you push it all the way back through that holder again. Now you hold that part. Okay. And now it's essentially set up. This here is your on button, and this will engage this rotor, whatever you want to call it, that'll spin around the hook. They suggest you do it about 5 to 7 times, depending on the hook, your line, and all that stuff. We'll do it 5 times, just for the heck of it. So, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now, in theory, we've got line wrapped up around the shank of the hook. You take this part, and you bring that up there, and you pull on your line. Okay, that's what tightens it. This part here, you pull on that. Again, that's your tag end. And now you can release your hook. So, okay, that was not an auspicious beginning. So it would appear that this hook is too small for this fished hook tire, and this is again the size 1. This is the smallest hook that I use, incidentally. I use it for finesse fishing. So 45 times out of 50 times you see me with a hook on my line, it's because I'm finesse fishing and I'm using that hook, a size 1 hook. And clearly it doesn't work with a size 1 hook. Now I know what you're thinking, well, you only did this once, Redneck. Give it another shot. This isn't my first time doing this. I've actually tried to tie line onto that hook something like 12 times already. Never worked once. Now I noticed that a lot of the videos I did watch do state that it has problems with small hooks and large hooks. It would appear that size 1 is a small hook. So, let us try another hook. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that was a little bit more than I thought I was going to do. Oh yeah, you should always hold on to this. I don't know why I let it go. All right, now pull to tighten the line. Okay, let's see if we actually have a success this time. Oh, praise be God. It's not the prettiest knot, but that's probably user error than anything else. Let's just tighten that up a little bit. Well, I mean, it's not coming off. Here's the thing, though, you're going to notice. I don't know if you can see it here. It doesn't actually use the eye hole, or the eye, sorry, of the fish hook. It ties it around the shank. So, I don't know if you necessarily will trust that, but it certainly seems strong enough. Okay, so we know it works with a size 1 hook. Well, that's nice. On a hook that I never use. So, it's already useful. Okay, well, let's try this out. 1/0 hook. Okay. Pull to tighten. Whoa, kiss my grits. Well, these, yeah, not exactly what I would call particularly good knots, but it did work. It's a sloppy knot though. I don't know if you can see that on camera. And it might just be user error, because I mean, I really haven't put a lot of time on using this thing. Let's go. Okay. And let us now release the hook. Let's try tightening it. Well, once again, we have a result. And again, it seems to be more fastened due to the eye. I mean, if there wasn't anything there, because they say that you can use this on eyeless hooks, but I can't see how it wouldn't just come right off. Well, to say it's on there, I'm not saying it's not working. Yeah. That. We have, oh, sorry, camera bumping. It's hard to do this when you're straddling the camera, essentially. Let's tighten that up. Oh, it doesn't really want to tighten up. Well, okay, there's your result. That didn't work so good. Also a failure. The line didn't actually go around. That is not a good thing. Okay, next up we got ourselves a 5/0 inshore wide gap. And I'm not expecting too much from this one, I'm going to be honest with you. It's got a fairly thick shank to it with a big eye hole. And we already saw with the 4/0 version of a thick shank and a large eye hole that doesn't go so well, but well, let's see. I wonder if I can even get it in this little hook holder part, because this is pretty wide. Yeah. Yeah, what do you know? Yeah. There you go. I think we reached the limit of this. I don't think this is going to work. Yeah, all right. I would consider that to be a failure. So the verdict, I'm not going to lie to you, I was actually kind of hoping for this thing. I was rooting for it a little bit, because I can see some plausible use case scenarios for it. You know, you're elderly, you don't see close up as well as you used to. Maybe the fingers don't fing as well as they used to. Or you got little kids and you want them to put hooks on their own lines, but you're a little worried that it might hurt themselves. That thing would have been pretty useful. Unfortunately, it kind of fails on multiple points. One, the knots that it actually does tie are crappy. Two, it doesn't work with a lot of hooks due to, I think, the shank size. And three, and it doesn't utilize the eye on a hook in order to kind of secure that knot to the hook. So with that in mind, it really doesn't work very well. I did belatedly figure out, I think one of the issues, maybe it's only with my unit, but that little yellow part in there, and there's a picture close up right now that you can see, it's supposed to kind of gradually raise the hook so that the knot itself is kind of uniform along the shank of the hook. Mine didn't do that. So again, maybe it's just my unit, or maybe they're all just pieces of crap. But that was also kind of a thing that I kind of realized belatedly as to why it wasn't working properly. So would I recommend this? despite the fact that it tied some line onto hooks. No, absolutely not. This is garbage. You can spend $14.25 much better. I'll go buy a pack of cigarettes and you'll probably do better than, you know, using this thing. Well, maybe don't, but you know what I mean. At any rate, hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, tight lines. Not with that though. And take care.